Shalom, Yashala, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders of Yasharallah. Call Haloyim Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakakudash, for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth, so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwath that's keeping the faith and the works. Y'all keep at it. It's your brother Abaya coming at you with more precepts. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 16 and verse 1. It says, the Pharisees also with the Sadducees came, and tempting desired him that he would shew them a sign from heaven. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. It says and lowering, right? O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? Right? The signs of the times. Clearly, this place is done. Right? All of the prophecies pertaining to the end times are happening. It's just at a low level. But scripture says, just like a woman in travail, these things will get worse and worse and worse until, the day of Yahweh. Right? So with that, I'm gonna let this video play and get into my precepts.
The Vice President of the United States goes to Vietnam to call on Pacific Rim countries to face down China. China is doing some facing down of its own. China joining Russia and Iran. They're going to conduct their own military exercises in the Persian Gulf, no less, just as the U.S. has been conducting military exercises off the coast of China. And Russia both seem to be sending Washington a signal that they, too, can play war games. Correspondent John Huddy has the story.
Let the war games begin. From the Black Sea to the Mediterranean Sea, the Persian Gulf to the South China Sea, friends and foes alike are flexing their naval muscles in a show of military and strategic force spanning the globe. China launched a series of naval exercises Tuesday, including live fire drills in the South China and Yellow Seas, ahead of the so-called Quad Alliance's upcoming naval drills later this week. The United States, India, Australia, and Japan will conduct surface, subsurface, and air operations, including live-fire weapons drills off the coast of Guam starting Thursday. It's clearly a move to put some pressure on China and show the U.S.'s commitment to its allies. Not to be outdone, China is also planning another military exercise, possibly later this year or in early 2022, with Iran and Russia in the Persian Gulf, that, according to the Russian ambassador to Iran, will, quote, ensure the safety of international shipping and the fight against sea pirates. But clearly, it's not only about sea pirates. The China, Russia, and Iran naval drills will come close to U.S. military bases in the Persian Gulf region and will likely garner a response from the U.S. and its allies. This, as Vice President Harris is in Vietnam, part of her week-long Asia tour to court America's allies in an effort to counter China. During her visit to Singapore, the Vice President took aim at China, saying the country posed a threat to other Asian nations and America's allies in the region, while accusing Beijing of coercion and intimidation in the South China Sea, where China continues to, according to Vice President Harris, push its unlawful territorial claims. But the Vice President's Asia trip has largely been overshadowed by the ongoing situation in Afghanistan, and her trip to Vietnam got off to a curious and somewhat alarming start when it was delayed several hours due to a health situation in Hanoi. The U.S. Embassy there released a statement reading, quote, earlier this evening, the Vice President's traveling delegation was delayed from departing Singapore because the Vice President's office was made aware of a report of a recent possible anomalous health incident in Hanoi, Vietnam. After careful assessment, the decision was made to continue with the Vice President's trip. The term anomalous health incident is basically the U.S. government's code word for the Havana syndrome, a neurological condition defined by dizziness, nausea, migraines, and memory loss, among other symptoms. It got the name after American officials based in Havana, Cuba, first reported experiencing the symptoms back in 2016. And since then, there have been dozens of other cases, more than 200 and counting, of U.S. State Department, CIA, and embassy personnel and other U.S. diplomats and officials reporting it in China, Russia, Vienna, Austria, and most recently, Berlin, Germany. At least 2 embassy staffers reportedly were sickened by these same symptoms and will at some point reportedly be medevaced out of Hanoi for treatment. Vice President Harris's spokesperson said the delay had nothing to do with the VP's health, but so far, the Vice President has said nothing about the possible Havana syndrome health scare in Hanoi. For the news with Rick Sanchez, John Huddy.
It's the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, or Jehoshaphat. Says, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Yasharallah, or Israel. It says, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Right? It's not coincidence that Russia and China chose the Persian Gulf to conduct their war games. Right? We all know Esau has no issue destroying his own in order to get a point across or to get an agenda fulfilled. Right? And this kingdom is divided worse than it's ever been, and it's promised to get worse. Right? According to the scripts. Right? We're speaking about end time prophecies that are happening before your eyes. And so many people don't even know what's going on. And when I say what's going on, I'm not saying like they're seeing it and they are informed and are wondering why. I'm saying they don't even know this is happening. Right? People are occupied with the concerts and the clubs because they've been locked behind doors for almost a year, and they done got jabbed up, so now they free to be in society, and society has somewhat opened back up to some form of normality, and people are preoccupied with fun. Right? And they blind to the fact that this place is done. Right? This just said, the video just said, these folks chose to go to the Persian Gulf. Right? These folks are dealing with Asia. Right? All of this is prophetic. Right? Second Esdras, I believe 16, woe be thou Asia. Right? That are partaker of the hope of Babylon, roughly paraphrase. Right? Asia will be involved in it. And they are involved in it as today. Right? Not only will Asia be involved with it, but let me see. This book of Ezekiel, chapter 38. Matter of fact, hold up. Salah. Okay, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, and verse 2. It says, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. Right now, I'm looking in my Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary. Right, the definition of Magog says son of Japheth. Right, well, it's really speaking about the land, but it's also speaking about the people that's occupying that land, because this is an end time prophecy. Right, so it says land of Gog, various identifications. right? Because it's been different people that have been staying there, right? It says Scythians, Lydians, Tartars of Russia. Tartars of Russia. Tartars of Russia. Right? Used symbolically for forces of evil. Right? Start it over. Ezekiel 38:2. Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. If I'm not mistaken, Meshach is Moscow and Tubal is Tibal. Right? It says, and prophesy against him. It says, and say, thus said Yahweh power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. Right? That means that the mindset that the Most High had in Russian when they were threatening this place with war back in the day, the Most High putting that spirit back on them, right, to want to try it again. And this time, hey, they're gonna be successful, man. This place is done. This place is done, right? It says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Right? That's war. Says Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. That's allies. Says Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Right? This is what's playing out right before our eyes, man. Even though they haven't full-fledged went to war. War games are threats, and America been threatening them. Daughter Babylon been threatening them for a while, man. Like we just saw in the video, man. They've been in the China Sea for the longest, right? Trying to take over Taiwan. It's not just America. It's the UK, I believe, France over there. I think Australia got a part over there. See who else? It's other individuals, other countries that's over there threatening China, and they've been over there for a while. All right, but we speaking about the things that we need to be looking for so that we can tell what times we're in. And the times that we're in is the end of this kingdom. All right, let me see. Go to the book of Second Ezra. Chapter 14. And 16. It says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. So this is after Ezra's received the the vision of World War III, the vision of the Messiah coming in the midst of World War III, destroying everybody, right, and receiving his people. Right? It says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age. So much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. For the time is fled far away, and leasing is hard at hand. For now hasteth the vision to come, which thou hast seen. It's coming extremely fast. Right? You can't hide from it. You can't run from it. Right? You're not going to be able to change it. It's happening. You just got to accept it. Right? And deal with it. And the only way to deal with it is spiritually, man. That's the only way. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai got to be your protection. Other than that, it's a wrap for you too. All right, you're gonna go down with the ship that you want to be involved with so bad. All right. Let's see. Go to the book of same book, matter of fact. Same book, different chapter. Chapter 7 and 43. It says, "But the day of doom shall be the end of this time." When World War III pop off, right? When they stop playing war games and actually have war, that's it. And they know it. They know it. That's why Russia is threatening Babylon and the rest of its allies with that power move, because they know it. America, like I told you earlier, man, America was not the only ones that did flybys over China or in that area. They were not alone. If I'm not mistaken, the whole UN, or all of NATO, flew over there with America, threatening China and Russia. Russia, like, hey man, right? We still got them so-called black pictures on walls in churches out here, man. We know what time it is for real, man. Y'all keep playing, right? And we're gonna set it off. And that's exactly what's gonna happen, man. To understand what I'm talking about as far as the black pictures in churches, look up a book called Russian Icons, and you'll see exactly what I'm speaking on. All right? They know what time it is, man. All right? But at the end of the day, man, this place is done and it's unfolding and it ain't gonna stop. All right? America trying to hold on, or the daughter Babylon trying to hold on, but hey, man, you gonna hold yourself on right into that fire. All right. So I'm gonna start it over. It says in 2 Ezra 7:43, "But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past." No more corruption. We ain't got to worry about that, right? We ain't got to worry about no fake systems that's telling us if we vote, then things gonna change. We got to worry about none of that, right? It says, it says intemperance is at an end. Intemperance is excess. Right, how these Revelation, I believe it says 17, where it says the kings of the earth have committed fornication with the whore, with the wine of her fornication. Basically, they drunken with the wine of her fornication. To be drunk meaning to take in excessively. The Most High said there will be no more of that after the day of doom. Right? It says infidelity is cut off. Right? Infidelity is stepping out. Right? Stepping out meaning you're cheating on your significant other. Right? It says righteousness is grown. Right? And we all know what righteousness is. It's the law, statutes, and commandments. Right? And truth is sprung up. Right? Faith and works has sprung up. The kingdom has sprung up. This place is done. And who wants it to stand, man? Why would you want this place to stand? Right? If you want this place to stand, you obviously have no idea why this place was produced in the first place. Right? This place was not made for you to live your best life here, man. This is a punishment. We over here serving time, man. Right? We over here serving time, man. Several life sentences. You know how when you certain individuals, when they get jammed up and they go to Esau court system, and Esau say, I'm gonna give you triple life, or you got a triple life sentence. You know what I'm saying? The Most High did that for real. But it's more than triple. It's like quadruple like this thing, man. Because what happens when we pass is we leave, our spirit goes back up to the Father. We get judged and come back down on this earth and live out that judgment. Man, we've been down for so long. This is a prison sentence, and the Most High is about to open up them gates, and we about to be out. As spoken of in, I believe it's Isaiah 61. Um, preaching liberty to the captives, man. Right? So, at the end of the day, let me see. We go to the book of Psalms right quick. The book of Psalms, chapter 7 and verse 13. It says, He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordaineth his arrows against the persecutors. This place is done. Right? The Most High gonna allow them ICBM missiles to tear this place out the frame. The Most High gonna send them chariots to finish the job. Right? And this place is gonna be an absolute desert. And we seeing the beginning stages. Honestly, I can't even say the beginning stages because the threat of World War III been going on for quite a while. It's just been overshadowed by the pandemic, right? But it's been going on for quite some time, man. As far as I know the last 5 years it's been the threat of World War III because that's when the old boy got into office, right? That's when old 45 got there. And instantly, day one, week one, started tearing this place down, brick by brick. By design, too. Right? And we were telling y'all then, we telling y'all now, it's all by design, man. These folks trying to usher in a whole new world, a whole new system, whole new everything. The old world is done away with. It'll never go back to being the same. It's only going to get worse until this thing is done. This is a kingdom that is no different from Egypt, Assyria, Greece, Rome. This ain't no different from any of those kingdoms. They will fall, right? In fact, this kingdom is so similar to the rest, they're going to fall in a similar fashion. Egypt and Russia. I mean, not Russia, Salat, Rome. Right? This is a modern day Rome. Right? This is a modern day Greece. This is a modern day Babel. Right? And this place is done, man. It deserves everything that it got coming to it. And call Halam Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Harakwadash for bringing it to pass, man. All right, so Most High willing, these precepts in this video were edifying. Call on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Harakwadash, Shalom, Yashallah. Abad, Baba.